I was an NHL coach, and I never really planned to work with kids. And then a family reached out to me about their 10-year-old kid. They didn't even expect me to say yes. All they wanted was for me to speak to him once. And 5 years later, I'm still working with that kid. And it opened my eyes to something that I didn't know I needed to do. So I come back from the KHL during COVID and all that stuff, and I start the goalie therapist. I started mainly for the NHL guys and the pro guys, the ones that I was already speaking with people that you might know, Jack Campbell, Cal Peterson, and others. And I really wasn't thinking about kids at that time. I hadn't built the practice around that. It wasn't that I don't like working with kids. It just I never saw what I did would help kids. Then I get this email from a family from LA, season ticket holders. So they know who I am, and they expressed a desire for me to just speak with their kid just one time to see if I could lift his spirits. And this kid's name is Elliott. They had tried to work with other psychologists, and nothing was really resonating or working. So they just thought they would try me and see if I would just speak with him. And there's something about that email and what he had said to me, Peter, the dad, that just made me feel, I don't know, compelled to at least speak with him. Because I just, even in the email, I felt a lot of what the kid was going through. So I said yes. Elliot was 10 years old at the time when we first spoke. And as his dad would say in emails and texts, he was the most serious 10-year-old he'd ever known. He couldn't shake bad games. He thought about it constantly, so much so that it really concerned them. It was like no 10-year-old should be thinking this way, this harshly about themselves. Very, very much like an adult. Like when I started speaking with him, it was like I was speaking with a 19-year-old or even older. It was really interesting. And as the meeting progressed, I tried to treat it similarly to how I would speak to, say, a Jack Campbell or a Hellebuck or any of these older people. I really wanted to get him to see that there was a light at the end of the tunnel, that there was a way to separate the game from your life and learn to enjoy the game and the process of learning the game and not taking it home with you and having it consume you so much, especially at his age. In this moment, I was very much thinking about when I was coaching Jonah, my son, and parenting Jonah. And I really tried to emphasize to him that it was about the love and the fun of the game and to just go out and enjoy it. And once it's done, it's done. And we go have fun, live our lives, skateboard, mountain bike, and whatnot, and not bring the game back home. And I tried to approach it that way in the intro meeting with Elliott. And after that meeting was done, that's when I realized I would definitely work with him. And not because I wanted him to find his love of the game and so he could ascend. I just really wanted to help this kid because he was really becoming more and more introverted and distancing himself from people. And I wanted to turn that around and help him out. The more I started to work with Elliot, I realized that it was not just good for the kids. It was really important maybe that I put a lot more attention towards the kids because I could help them earlier. So by the time they get to say where I was coaching in the NHL, they aren't a mess at that stage. There's a way healthier way to learn slowly and grow in a better way, and that starts from a young age. So Elliot really opened my eyes to that. Sometime into Elliott's and my work together, Elliott's dad wrote me a letter and said that he really had started to come out of his shell and lighten up about things. It was a slow process at first, but he could definitely see the change. And I remember getting that and reading it, and it really made a huge impact on me that if I can help these kids feel better about themselves and learn to love the game and be stronger people at this age, that I'd be setting them up, for a nice, healthy life and enjoyable life with the game or without the game. But it really, really lit a fire under me, that letter. And from then on, I was taking on younger people left and right. And to this day, it's the biggest passion of mine, and I enjoy it so much. It's so cool now because I've been actually with Elliott for 5 years now. We're coming on 5 years pretty soon, here in July, I think. And it's been such a pleasure to watch him grow and go through all the ups and downs. He's still going through lots of things. That's part of it, right? But he's learning how to handle it. And it gives me such joy to see that and be a part of it. And I know there's going to come a time, sometimes it's earlier than later. Sometimes it's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. But there is going to come a time where he's going to go off on his own, and I'll just cheer for him at a distance. But it's been a true pleasure. I love coaching the NHL guys, don't get me wrong. But there's just something about helping out someone at this age when they don't have a lot of answers and they're just looking for some guidance. And it really is a thrill for me to work with these people. So if you've got a young goalie at home, or if you're a young goalie watching this channel exists because of you. It exists for you. So please subscribe, and we'll talk to you in the next one. You guys all have a good one. Peace.